Okay. I am glad that that's right here. Some characters cannot be saved no matter how hard you play the game. Oh, they have spoilers to prepare you for their death. Rough. Okay. Well, this is rough. I love it. I love this. It's like adult. This is the kind of game I want to play. Something to get super invested in. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. Can you guys hear this? Here's another warning. I appreciate this. This game deals with mature subjects and may not be suitable for all players. Please see our content warnings. We did that already. So we're all good, right? You wake up in chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Viterma is happening. Viterma must be the planet we're on. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet and collapses. She's rescuing us. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend! Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. I'm a survivalist. I don't care what's happening. We'll just climb out. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly beneath you. It won't hold your weight. They got right into it. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble and throws an arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. This is a beautiful place. Not the on fire bit, but like the, the planet beyond. Through the door, you see a steep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. It's glow season. I don't know if we know what glow season is yet. Glowing eyes. You shake your head and clear your vision. Is that a dog? Like, from Earth? No. Fuck. Excuse me, the creature roars and lunges at me. Are we dead, or are we going into combat? Like, do I get to roll initiative? Like, what is happening? You were born on the stratospheric Earth's first colony ship. Halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Aww, your parents run a hydroponic garden which makes fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely choose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted Vertumna 4 in hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you Solana. Oh, where kills a button. You're a bright eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. Use the sliders to choose pronouns and late teens appearance. These can be changed at any time. It's a slider. Feminine appearance in late teens. Masculine appearance. Androgynous appearance. Yeah. Cute. Alright. Will be a she, her, close to the they, them spectrum. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Girl, same. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder if this is what Bermuda. I'm gonna have to Google what the pronunciation of that will be like. Vertunma? No. Hello! Hello, welcome. We're picking our character. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce Vertumna. This was the cute game you were trying to remember? I'm so glad. So we chose she, her pronouns and an androgynous appearance. And we had a vivid dream, apparently. It was rough. And it looks like here's like my full character sheet. We start with a little bit of empathy, which I love. That's so great. I love the little shock of blonde hair and the blue here. We look like just like our parents, which I love. Every child on the stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By the age 6, you see the first signs of yours. Oh, that's sick. Okay, eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament, or nothing at all. I'm kind of leaning towards nothing at all. Because our parents did say that they had us. Your beautiful face is covering the text choices. I'm not sure where a better place for the camera would be. Ooh. Oh shit, yeah it is. How about now? The decisions only get harder? No, this one's already hard enough. That's definitely better so far. Great. Okay. 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 I know this is probably going to impact our stats. So, what do I want to do about that? I know stat-wise, I really like playing with a calm temperament, but like story-wise, that definitely doesn't fit the way that I play games. So, I I don't know. I like I like also super strength. It's pretty good. Save the cheerleader, save the world. You know how it is. But Eagle Eyes is also sick AF. I think I'm gonna pick Eagle Eyes. Like, it's kind of creepy, but when they say absorbent brain, do they mean knowledge or like other stuff? Honestly, like, I have a pretty absorbent brain for nothing that's actually important. Like, +1 skill on strength challenges to win. Oh, perception. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Toughness. Okay. Your eyes have both eagle and owl DNA. Yes, I love owls. So you have superhuman long distance and night vision. Sick. Okay. Not only can you see all the way to the holo projector from the back of the classroom, but you can read the Professor House private holopalm notes. Juicy. Sometimes they say confidential, which is exciting, but you don't understand most of the big words. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at these little snot-nosed buggers. Other kids think you're a little weird, except for energetic and loyal anemone, tough and gentle Cal, bold and confident Mars, quiet and adventurous Dis, studious and mature Tangent, shy and sweet Tammy. Ooh, so we're basically picking our best friend. My best friend was energetic and very disloyal. I like the quiet and adventurous types, though, I think. Because I am definitely the studious and mature one. But also, this person's name is literally Tangent. Like, how can you be the studious and mature person and your name be Tangent? Like, oh, wait, wait. I get it. I get it. You shush, shush. Okay, I'm gonna pick the quiet and adventurous one because that's definitely gonna be best friend material for sure. Like, we could literally just. Unlike his serious, studious twin sister, Tangent, Dis is the kind of boy who sits in the back of the classroom and doodles in his hollow palm. Beautiful. You bond over cracking jokes about the weird diagrams in your textbooks. Of course we do. His quiet nature and his morbid curiosity make him somewhat of a loner, but at least he has a friend in you. Dude, I have the most morbid of curiosities. We're going to be great. Also, I have a bravery stat that went up. I don't know how these stats are going up, but he provides a +2 if in the first or last pain. Oh my gosh. Do we get to like put our friends in like. Oh, look, you picked me. He's so cute. Okay. Wait, that's not right. No, absolutely. I like that we can like pick him. He's where am I getting +10 bravery from? I feel like backing out from decisions, like I think they're judging me. Like I think that's where my bravery is coming from. I'm like picking one decision and just like moving forward with it rather than like backing up and stuff. This is my childhood friend. I love it. Okay. Yeah, dis. Uh-oh. 10 stress. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howell says it's like a doorway to a star system with the planet Vermuna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off of tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods just in case. Oh, my stress went up. Look at how hot my parents are. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Solana, your dad soothes. Oh, should I do different voices for the dad? I don't know. I suddenly freaked myself out. We'll be through the wormhole and down to the planet before you know it, just like we practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look like, sus. Oh no! Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere in the distance. You try to breathe slowly as you were taught, but you're very scared. You look at a porthole. The stars are gone. Try to be brave or get in touch with my emotions. Oh no. Okay, should I play this like a healed childhood version of me would have? Like, or do I relive all of my codependency in the fantasy? Like, what do I do? Because, like, I clearly can't find a distraction because you need organizing five grit. That's fine. I wouldn't be distracted anyway. Look at how worried I am. Oh my god. Quiet season, age 10. Oh boy. So trying to be brave for others is definitely super code. Also, what is up with this like scarf? Wait, are those suspenders? Sorry, I got distracted by my dad's outfit. Get in touch with my emotions. I think that would increase my empathy, and I bet being brave will increase my bravery. That tracks too. What do I do when I'm stressed? I don't remember now. I think I just keep working. Just keep swimming. But I wouldn't be brave for others. Aw, my mom is the chief cultivator, a strong woman up to any challenge who expects the same from others. My dad, who works in geophonics, a kind man, always patient with children and animals. So they're definitely like where I get my empathy and bravery from. I get it. I get it. I'm picking up what this game is putting down. You know what? My parents would absolutely see through my bravery. Like, absolutely. So, I'm gonna try to get in touch with my emotions. Oh, hell. You bawl like a baby. It feels good. Wait, no, that is not what I would do. You aren't the only one. Nearby, your classmate Tammy has tears streaming down her cheeks, and Mars is trying quietly to console her. She sighs as your cry makes Tammy wail even more loudly. Your dad puts his arms around you as you let it all out. Stress makes me cry. That actually doesn't happen. I never cry, which is probably a bad thing. Choosing the mature and healthier thing here doesn't feel as good as I thought it would. Oh, it did lower my stress, though. Oh, wait, no, it absolutely didn't. You wait, the shaking builds. Then everything gets very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? Immersion broken. You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall, head first. That sounds like 10-year-old me. I black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them, different tomorrows. This is a very clever way of like letting multiple playthroughs have so many different like versions of the story and different versions of you. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger. Grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. She's beautiful. Distantly, you feel the ship's shaking has stopped, and you hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbed under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completely healed. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts you from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's too bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from the twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, grass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere and people walking around outside on the ground. Mind-boggling. You better get out there and join them. Oh, they literally were not lying. You can change your appearance and your pronouns at any time. Rush outside to start your new life or cautiously step outside. We running. Oh, Jesus Christ, look at how fucking cute everything is. Oh, my God. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. You're all better. You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geoscenic domes. Geodesic? Words are hard. To walk, circle. Oh, I can click the ground. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over at Geophonics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. You're literally right outside, Tammy. Oh, she's blushing and scared. Oh shit, there he is. He's right there. So, Lana, your dad gives you a big, warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Sir. Aw, you love your dad. He's so embarrassing. What? No, I think he's adorable, but I think he needs to stop hiding stuff. We don't hide our feelings here, Dad. We're criers. Welcome to Vertunma. Gosh, you guys, I'm going to have to Google every way to say all this. He says, gesturing around you, you've never seen the stratospheric from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. I see your parents are hypocrites, like them all. We wanted this game to be grounded in some realism, okay? The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. I think it's awesome. It's beautiful, Papa. I'm glad you agree, he says. Your mother and I, we've been waiting a long time to see grass and trees again, even if they are purple. What the fuck does that mean? Are you not used to purple plants? Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is? He asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay for 2 weeks. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzy sense of deja vu. You stare at the wrapped package. You know exactly what's in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Oh shit, we open it, tell him what's in it, or don't open the package. We're gonna open it. Oh shit, we were right. How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic rises in your throat. Your hand shakes. How? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Solana? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Someone shouts your dad's name. Listen, I'm so sorry, Solana, he says, but I have to get back to work. There was an accident when we landed and... He stops himself. Don't worry, we're going to fix it, your mother and I. What is it? Professor Hal is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up for it. Your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. He points to the large doors you came out of earlier, or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, and kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Solana, I love you. I unlocked Study Humanities and Engineering. Give him a thumbs up. What? No, I'm going to tell him I love him. To enter buildings, click on the door or the flag beside it. Or get close and press enter in another button location. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills in advance time. There are 13 months in a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. No! Oh, my best friendo! You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate at the wall to the south where the grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of. But then why do we need the walls? Bro, I've been asleep and you ain't even happy to see me. You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through that wall, something enormous, dark, and wriggly. What? For years in space, you've had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through the wreckage that used to be your home, trying to find something. Your dad always has told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I do believe him. I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic, I can tell. Nobody believes me. I'm your best friend, and also, I don't like sarcasm. He turns back and ignores you. I'm I'm gonna leave his sorry ass alone. Well, you tried. Dis is so sensitive about being teased. I wasn't fucking teasing him. Fucking little jerk. Hiya, Solana. Anemone seems really at home here. She's the one that pulled us out of the fire. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold. But it's still neat. You can make stuff out of it. Your foggy head clears a little. An enemy is simple, physical, real. Rude? You always feel grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? I don't care. I'm gonna ask her what she's making. Just snow spirals. But earlier me and Cal made a big snowball. You missed it while you were sleeping in med bay. She smiles, her broad gap-toothed smile at you. Now that you're awake, we can play. Actually, I am curious now why she isn't in school. She smacks her forehead. School? I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities. She doesn't look worried. Hey, some of us could stand to feel more real. I think it was the word simple. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind. But we should probably go now. She grins and starts running toward engineering. Hey, race you! Oh, shit. Which one is engineering? Aha, we did it. Oh my gosh, look at how cute! Congruence is the ship's artificial intelligence, a vastly powerful computer system which runs everything from life support to the Holonet archives. She has a sense of humor, too. Oh, I love her. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room, which provides power to the colony. Other corridors lead off to the teaching labs in medbay. You know the route to your classroom well, but the rest of this wing is off limits to children. Congruence, the ship's onboard AI, it beams down at you from a nearby holoscreen. Don't forget to study hard, Solana. Pick an activity to do this month. Life sciences or humanities. I don't know if we can, like, full on lean into one of the three trees or not. But let's give it a go. Oh, this is our humanities teacher. I chose correctly. Welcome, Solana. Professor Hal greets you. I hope you're all warmed up and ready. What? Warmed up? I literally just woke up. For the glorious humanities. History, literature, language, media, and philosophy. All of the things that I love. Absolutely beautiful. And yes, if you're lucky, we'll have a little ancient earth poetry too. Ah! He seemed very excited about the last bit. Me too, Professor Hal. Me too. By the way, if anyone is interested in taking engineering classes, please register through Congruence's scheduling system when you have a chance. She'll be helping me teach them. Today's assignment is an easy one, Hal says with a yawn. Because I was up repairing Congruence's subterminal, I could use an app. I'd like you to write an essay on what the Vertumna colony means to you. Freedom, equality, democracy. My friends are all here. I feel safe. Just doodle instead of writing. I am 10. And I don't feel safe here, so that's a lie. And also, I definitely will do the assignment, so I can't just doodle. Your teacher, a cheerful man who loves to tinker and finds joy in learning about everyday things. In just the shot, he looks like your brother, Kalu. LOL, goddammit, now I cannot see it. Not like this, it just does. Freckles even. And I love that he's taking a nap too. Like that's so freedom, equality, democracy. You list all the keywords you can think of to describe an ideal government. Did you say freedom yet? Although you aren't totally sure if the colony's government is a real democracy, you just know the council votes on things. You don't get to vote. But who chooses the council members anyway? The governor? Who chooses the governor? The council? You may be just a kid, but you can tell you're missing something here. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move the cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. The order definitely matters. Oh. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you can still get a reward for doing your best. Push through 30 stress? Bro, no. My goal is 7. I technically have 2. Shit, I did it. Okay, so I basically just chose the order in which they looked like they were aging up. 8 total. 2 from card values, 5 from a pair of straight flush. Okay, so like the colors matter. If you switch the red 0 and the blue 0, it'll be higher. What? Oh, I get it. So it pairs the 2 reds and then they get a flush. And then the 3 is a flush of 3. Oh, thank you for the tip. Amazing. Also, the art in this game is so pretty. Look at how cute that baby is popping bubbles. Like, finding flowers. It's just gorgeous. Victorious! You worked well this month. Your skills increase when you work or go to school. With extra skills, you win a challenge and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters ring. Okay, so that's what Dad recommended we do. So we got 3 creativity from the challenge, gained 2 persuasion and 15 stress. Your parents have been working from the first dawn to well after dinner every day. Oh, right, there are 2 sons. I was like, wait, what? You know, growing food is an important job and that it's vital to get crops on the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up in the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them all night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't been seeing much of you, little gooseberry. Your dad says your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I've learned some things in school. I'm glad to hear it, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. That's not going to happen. I am definitely going to get into trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Howell will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are lots of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, so you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your decisions about your education and future yourself, and that means finding your own way. We'll accept that. Gentle parenting at its finest, kids. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas on how you can spend your time. You're gonna let a bunch of fucking snot-nosed 10-year-olds influence me? Come by Geophonics, your mom says. We could use your help. Early quiet to mid-quiet. Sharp whistle interrupts your thoughts. Hey, Solana, Mars calls out to you. Come on, I have a job for you. Little pushy. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Ugh. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out here like in this weather, she continues. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Okay, so like in theory, I totally appreciate that everybody has preferences. But she whistled at me and made assumptions that are not wrong about me running around. But that wasn't very nice. Tammy's also really nice, though. And so, like, if Tammy asked me to bring Mars stuff, I'd have done it. But the fact that Mars is asking me with an ugh. Go get him yourself is really rude, though. Like, can I have a middle one that's like, that's not very nice? I will, but I won't like it. Like, I told her to go get him herself. Ugh, I don't even know why I asked. You never want to actually be useful. Go talk to Administrator C. He says, gesturing to the door to the command center, they're looking for people to work delivery. And I'm just like, no, I'm busy. Fetching my own soy sweets. Yeah, bitch. Oh, both of my parents are here. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plans pinned to the wall in your family's quarters for years now. The domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth, spinach, tomatoes, and maybe fruit. I feel like mom is very resistant to the gentle parenting thing. Looking for something to do, she asks, which sounds a little unsafe. Remember, Solana, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. So, judgy. judgy, and like that question feels like a trap. She points toward the engineering wing at the back half of the stratospheric severed frame. Professor Howe's still expecting you in class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help work around here. She claps your hand on your shoulder. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? Can I join the expeditions? Oh, you're too young to leave the colony. It's dangerous. She shakes her head. Your father would be worried. There's so much we still don't know about the world out there. Let the adults find out, and maybe you can join them in a few years when you're older. She gives you a stern look. She's not going to budge on this one. For now, stay inside the walls. What are you doing? She looks down and nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, she says. It hasn't been easy. We just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. She looks you up and down. You're growing fast, Solana, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Seeing your disappointment, she nudges you in the shoulder. Don't pout. It'll help you build those muscles. You'll need them now that we're out in the real world doing real work. Out here, we have to rely on our physical strength. She flexes her biceps. Your mom is really strong. We clearly take after our father. Okay, that was what I wanted to know is what happens when I like take a rest month. She's like, if you need a break, you visit the lounge and see your friends. She warns, raising a finger. But I don't want to see you lounging around all the time. You need to work hard too. Okay, bye. Oh, look, our best friend. Diz looks at his feet and pretends not to notice you. We picked the worst best friend. Pick a new one. An enemy is bumping a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it in the air. Heads up, she shouts, and bumps the ball in your direction. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. An enemy tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation sized court, way bigger than the little zero G1 on the stratospheric. Her brother Com is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. He's so great, she says. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlock sports ball. Hell yeah. Tammy. You see Tammy sitting quietly near the entrance to the lounge. You've known her for your entire life. Back on the ship, you... Why would we tease her? She's adorable. I would say... Sweet, down-to-earth girl prefers to stay close to home and care for others. I would say play. Tammy had the best doll collection. After her mom died, her dad used all his nano printer creds to print her a different doll every month for a whole year. Her ears perk up when she sees you. Oh, hello, Solana, she says, her voice soft and dreamy like a beam of starlight. Oh my god, why didn't we pick her as our best friend? Do you want to play dolls? Yeah. You don't think Tammy will ever be too old to play with dolls. If anything, she has even more of them now. She takes you to her quarters and brings out the entire Spacey Stacy doll collection, a disturbingly realistic baby with real bowel movements, and two super fancy posable dolls named Lily and Tilly who can be programmed to move on their own. Tammy isn't very good at the programming, so Lily and Tilly just roll around awkwardly when you turn them on. That's actually really horrifying. You cover quickly by saying they must be breakdancing at a club. The two of you spend the afternoon making up stories of their rise to stardom as professional dancers. Wow. Ooh, sports ball gives us stress. Okay, a small team led by Security Chief Rhett has enough to keep the space on the stratospheric. To stay busy, they also ran an exercise gym and sports ball courts. Here on Vertumna? I'll figure it out. The garrison has expanded fast. They're building a huge wall around the colony and have an outdoor firing range and a big covered dojo. Best of all, a regulation-sized sports ball court. Yeah, I'm doing it. An enemy meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to the other in excitement. My brother Com is organizing the youth team, she tells us. Oh, he's very cute. I have a crush on kombucha. He offers you a high five ingredient and tosses a sports ball your way. Let's start with practice team to see if you're good at it. Unanimity or team captains. Pick your team. Anemone used to practice with Cal and Mars on the ship, but Tammy, you're surprised to see her here. Com will fill in to even up the teams, but he promises to go easy on the other side. I'm choosing Cal. Mind if I play goalie? He asks. Sports ball is fun, but I don't really like to score against the other team. Oh, you big baby. An enemy chooses kombucha, of course. They fist bump fits your next choice. Oh, dude, Mars, I don't like. But I don't. Of course, his name is kombucha. Right? Okay, so here's the crux. If I know Mars is good, if she and I are on the same team, she might be competitive enough to still win with me. But I will feel really bad not picking Tammy. Because I don't want Mars to be any more of my enemy than she already is. I've made bad choices. Ugh. The choices do get harder. You guys were not wrong. But can you score against Tammy? Probably. I don't like it. Can't believe I'm like stalled out in the second day. Yeah, because Mars is gonna be mean to me. Ugh, I'm gonna pick her. I literally had this exact problem in like the sixth grade gym class. No, you didn't. I'm gonna pick Mars because it's like team oriented. Like, let's repair what weird thing is going on. Team of people I like versus team that sucked. Or equals. Yeah. I really like Tammy. So not picking her might hurt her feelings. Ugh. But picking Mars might repair my relationship there or make it worse because she is friends with an enemy. But it might upset an enemy if I take both of the people she told me she likes playing with. Do their feelings matter more than winning? Yes! All right, I'm picking Tammy, and if everybody's mean to her and Cal, I'm gonna punch somebody. Cal said I should join, but I'm not very good at sports. Where should I stand? She asks quietly. You just gotta carry the team. I will. With my brains, because I didn't get too tough like my mom. You aren't sure. You assign her a tackle back and tell her to stick like glue to the opposing team spiker. Maybe she'll get in their way instead of yours. I have a full heart with Tammy now, though. You face off 3-on-3. Oh, God. Okay, so her full name is Aspartame. That's simultaneously hilarious and awful. I'm allergic to aspartame. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of one. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock extra slots that you played them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay, so I get dis +2 if he's in the first or last pane. -11? Oh, I see. So the previous score goes towards the new score. Okay. Okay, so I have to beat 11 now. Oh, try switching the yellow cards so the ones are together. Oopsie toodles. Too late now. The chat's slow today. Oh my god, I did it! This is amazing. Victorious! Tammy tackles an enemy. No! What? In a brilliant takedown that surprises everyone. She really took her role as the immovable object. Cal makes an amazing jump saves, but is winded and the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied with an enemy in calm putting the pressure on. But then, bam, you score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. Gave me a +1 bravery. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering that somebody is about to say or do something before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Howe was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Howe walked away, his hash browns safe for the day, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. Why are we talking to Mars? At night, your dreams are all mixed up with stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. That looks like Tammy aged up. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into a colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar when you try to recall their faces. You wake up and they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. What if what if those things haven't happened yet but they will someday? We did have to go through a wormhole to get here, so anytime you try to tell someone they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick, or you need to go to med bay, it's a shame that Dis didn't want to talk to me about his sad stuff. You eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry, you just want to be normal. Secret powers are fun. That's a spectrum there. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at Geophonics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make it worse. You just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble. It'll be easier for everyone, including you. No. Look at mid quiet to late quiet. Look at our. An enemy is running around the sports walk cart, touching her hand to the ground at each corner. 18, she counts. 19. When she reaches 20, she collapses on the grass and checks her hollow palm. I'm training, she explains. My big bro Com says I have to get my legs climatized to the plane if I'm going to be team captain like him. I'm not strong enough to train with her. Who's this? Tangent is hunched over a hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. Oh, this is who I should have picked as my best friend, you guys. She speaks without looking up to you. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog in the colony holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. Ooh, do we want to make our own list or help find the catalog? Yeah, I take back being dis and voting for him. Sucks. I can't decide. Like, if she's already looked, I trust her. Tangent is dubious but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking pictures of all the different Vertumnan plants that you find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tang doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Oh, I got her to have fun. Oh my god, Tammy. Tammy has barely left the safety of the ship's quarters and lounge since she landed. She's looking fearfully from the doorway. I'm afraid of the outside, she admits plainly with no trace of shame. My dad says I need to take baby steps and that it's okay if I approach new things at my own pace. Oh, my stats suck. I can't interact with anyone. Oh, shit. I'm bored. This is boring, Mars complains, stamping her foot. All the adults want to do is work, and they're not paying attention to me. Unnecessary. The living quarters. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small, so you share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge, cafeteria, and a creche where all the little kids and babies are raised communally. It's so cute. It's nice to take some time off to chill after stress in school and work, not to mention the mental toll of an unpredictable planet. Looks like you're not the only one. Ooh, Mars and Dis are together. But Cal and Tammy are my teammates, and they're also nice. I will get a new card, though, hooked on your hollow palm. Nah. Cal is braiding Tammy's long hair and weaving strands of colored baubles. Oh, God, I'm so glad I came over here. That one's called a waterfall braid, I think, he says. I saw it on an archive video, that it's really tricky. He's doing a terrible job, and his short, clumsy fingers are getting tangled. Ugh. Oh my god, I suck, you guys. How I haven't been able to use a single one of these, like, things. I would love to have fixed Tammy's hair, but here we are. I'm doing Cal's hair instead. You sit behind him as he sits behind her, and like a mini conga line, you braid some short braids of Cal's hair, putting one of the little baubles at the end of each one. You're like 10, it's fine. He finishes Tammy's hair. It's almost recognizable as a waterfall braid, and then touches his own braids and giggles. Now we'll do yours, they shout in unison. You jokingly try to escape, but Cal sits on your legs while Tammy gives you a beautiful braid. Oh, that was amazing. -100 stress. Do you want to forget? My first words or my first steps? Oh, God. Steps, probably. Early pollen. Have you gone outside the colony yet? Tang asks you. No? We're children. Parents said no. I hear all sorts of terrible things. Regardless, we're not allowed to stray from the gates unless we're on expedition. Not that it stops your brother. What? There's an egg. You found a hefty red Xeno egg. I don't know what that means. Oh, look, my dad. You meet your dad adjusting a water pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. Aww. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People are hardly ever ill in the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk. Wait. Does he have multiple names for me? I'll be fine. It's just the pollen making my head a little stuffy. Ugh, I know that much. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay. Your mom cuts in carrying a large bouquet of flowers. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year. She buries her nose deep in them, and they smell fantastic. Your dad kindly smiles and agrees. They sure are beautiful, and then he blows his nose loudly. Sniff the flowers tentatively. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Your dad's eyes look so sad, but maybe that's just the allergies. Hey, Solana, I know the last few weeks have been really hard on you. This must be a good time to relax and stick around the quarters ring. I already did that. Your antecedent told me there will be a special treat in the cafeteria this afternoon. Damn it! I already rested. Cal is riding around the geophonics garden that's on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Solana. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, that sucks. We'll all have to adapt. I think he'll get good at it, though. Oh, no way, I didn't mean it like that. It's actually really cool. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents something look amazing. Look at the skate bowl. Cool, can I try? Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed to go down one side and come back the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard staying on the board with the uneven ground, but it's still fun. Tammy's dad is the head of expeditions, ooh, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying as she leaves. I don't like it when he goes out there. She sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Solana. Oh my god, I can give her the egg. You are a very edible plant. If I give her the egg, maybe she'll stop playing with dolls. I kind of wanted to keep the egg. It has a luck charm on it. Tammy wrinkles her nose as she accepts the gift, turning it over in her hands. Oh, what is it? Is it a present? Thank you, I guess it's really nice of you. She hates it. Dis is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit, but he doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out at the big gates. The grass of the colony is trimmed by short garden plots, but out there is wild and as high as your waist. Head surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay overnight. You're starting to wonder if Dis will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've gotta go. And he starts down the hill and he pauses and says, this is a good spot. I'll come back here tomorrow. This relationship is very passive-aggressive, and I hate it. An enemy is running around the sports ball court, touching your hand. Oh. Oh boy. Alright, well, we'll study the sciences to at least have a little bit of reasoning. Ooh, +1 friendship with Tangent. Oh, just going to school. Either of them gives you +1 friendship with Tangent. Oh, look. Professor Howe. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologists and up-and-coming chemists. Professor Howe welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call wet science. He gestures to his all projected lesson plan: biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. Gross. You learn a little bit of everything with opportunities to further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. Looking for more difficulty, the harder card challenges option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future minigames with a quick coin flip. Can I just keep normal ones? Set neighbors to this value. I don't know what that means. Oh, like it wants to be by ones. Okay, so I'm getting 3 of a kind and a flush. There we go. Neato. I wake from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm so sorry, Solana, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's so nice outside with the pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. Ugh, you're having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? Dad told me that. I have to go tidy the creche first, and then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Go get that free candy. Whoa! In the cafeteria, Auntie Seton... Oh, shit, I get it. Is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Solana, she says, handing you a wand with some candy spun around the end. Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not like all the soy sweets that the kitchen nano printer can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity. But it's kind of like her hair. You think pale and pink and so soft. You keep some to give to her later. Oh, shit. The gifts probably go per character. I shouldn't have given her the egg then. I should have saved it for somebody that was going to tell me they wanted the egg. Alright, I'm learning. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to go off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell just from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she sighs and waves him away. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her 2 strong, dirt-creased ones. Solana, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. She starts, her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. There was an accident this afternoon in the creche, and your friend Tammy has died. You try to understand her words. Tammy dead? That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving for Tammy, pink and puffy just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. Your mom tells you as simply as possible that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holo projector. It was just an accident. You press her for more details, for an explanation. A little girl is dead, someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything, you just saw her this morning. She was right there. Your mom's eyes are sad when she tells you sometimes there's just no reason. Pollen season. Tang is pacing around the front of engineering. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened, she says. Tammy, what happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that holo projector to break. Professor Howell said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before. She gestures angrily. It just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? Sorry, Solana, I want to think about this more. I hate when I can't find an answer. Girl, same. Can you believe Tammy died? Dis asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. Tammy got shocked by a broken holo projector. The one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear, you remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. What a little fucking asshole. Oh, sorry, he replies, tugging at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. I'll shut up now. It's so mean. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning, probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy and Cal was the daddy. I was not prepared for this. Were you not here when I read the trigger warnings? I'm really sorry. I did know one of the kids was gonna die. I should have repeated that. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obviously they were gonna be together forever. Like a princess and a knight. He sniffs looking at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Ugh, I mean, no, not really. It's just what people want me to say, right? Oh, honey. Oh, shit. Tammy always liked those flowers. I didn't read it. Oopsies. Tears well up slowly and leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink. He stares at the flowers as tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Aww. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice you. She barely reacts when you say hello. Sorry, I have a hiccup. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down on the hill there in that spot in the sun every morning. She'd sit there for hours in the sun doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down at the hill at the spot near the entrance to the quarters and you can imagine her there working on some little craft project, humming to herself. She was so nice to everybody, you say. And now she's dead, Mars said, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before. But of course she was. Tammy was everybody's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, and Minister Sheik is looking for you. I guess they need someone to deliver jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind you, distracted. Ugh. Expeditions. Oh, this is Tammy's dad. You step cautiously through the colony gate, Solana. Uncle Tonin sighs as he blocks your path. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so... and so precious. So fragile. Please stay near the ship. Well... whew. I never knew it would hurt this bad? Yeah. Ouchie. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems hurrying off to something important. At the end of the hallway opens up into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Oh, notice board? Well, I'm not big and strong enough to do those things, so we will play some sports, I guess. Actually, my reasoning didn't go up. Oh, my biology did. It's just blue. It's just really, really tiny. Win. Colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up for it, you could skip it and take the month off instead, or you could get back to work. Jeez Louise. Dad tears are the worst. I know it. He got me. The colonists gather in the recycling room, bringing organics down here to be recycled is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times the colonists had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Venterna, the first time for someone you actually knew. Oh, there they are. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished and the wreath of yellow flowers pasted over the opening. Inside you see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonnen, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Etiquette stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins solemnly. There is only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. It's not how I would have put it. Tammy was our child, she continues, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of a human accomplishments, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vinternma home. This is not great. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. Etiquette closes the door to the recycler, and you hear Uncle Tonen sob over the hum of the particle descendant. Fuck. Over the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nurtures us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonnen as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonnen hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of Geophonics, she's responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. I can't read through my tears. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Yep. The prospect of going back to school like everything is normal is too much to handle. You end up spending the whole month alternating between sleeping, scrolling the holonet, and staring into space. It's restful, at least, and everybody gives you time to process Tammy's death. Fuck, I'm gonna need time. Tangent shoots you a distracted look. Sorry, I'm not really good at cheering people up. Girl, I just wanted to talk to you. Then why do you have things? Solana, Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Yes, yes, Dis, she says impatiently. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night. Holy shit. What? I'm not very good terms with my brother of late, but, well, people are becoming worried. Get the feeling that she is one of them, but doesn't want to admit it. I do think it's his business, so I'm not going to follow him, but I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, she says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. I'm not gonna fucking follow him. Like, if he's not gonna tell me what's going on, that's his business. You tell Tis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flip briefly to yours, and he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading her holopalm between classes. He doesn't say anything. Where do you go, Dis? His eyes light up, and he whispers, I bet you'd like it out there, Solana. He motions to the past, stretching away from the colony beyond the walls. I sneak out to go exploring. There's so many neat things. You just have to wait until the grown-ups aren't looking. It's small, so I'm easy. Just don't tell anyone, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down the drain pipe of half-eaten, half-hidden behind the sports ball fields. Small kids like this could fit through. Or you. Tangent will want to hear about this. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush Venturman jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm, and you guessed it, dusty. The O is my favorite. Well, when I look surprised. Yeah, it was surprising. Your parents are up every day before dawn, and they're gone. They work a lot. Yeah, yeah. Good morning, Gooseberry. Okay, I'm not Beanstalk anymore. Your dad greets you cheerily. Your mom and I are gathering crops. Ooh, I just miss you and Mom. We can't be that open and honest about our feelings, can we? Yep, he shows us around. He points out vegetables. And don't forget, oh boy, Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. Oh boy. Get strong, shovel dirt. Friendship with Cal, that's cool. Good morning, Solana. Looks like you're working for your old lady. Hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my daughter. She walks around the Geophonics swing and points where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, garden waste, plants, garden waste, and experiment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow. Any questions before you start moving that dirt? Nope. Your arms start to ache after the first half hour, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted, yet good somehow. You feel your muscles growing already. I got the pink cotton candy still. Ugh, my heart. Ooh, that was close. Oh, I get it. It reduces that value. Ha ha! Cal's so cute. Yay, the festival to celebrate life here on our new planet. In Earth's history, etiquette begins and then clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue his tradition of Vermintunalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. We start a tune of the speech. After that, the members of the council all set up. Oh my gosh, I did not know there was a rebellion stat. Relationship with the adults of the colony. Oopsie toodles. When it's your mother Falulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown in the soil. That's cool. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nano printers, spiced up with precious... This is making me hungry. This year, the Earth's plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnian plants you've come to appreciate, juicy Witabo pods and bauble fruits and slabs of edible fungi. Etiquette takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Oh, thank God. Professor Howell and Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Bot wrestling is what I can do now. Yes! Bot wrestling contest is a classic competition for ship on years. Someone has rigged a hydraulic lifting bot to slowly stretch out, increasing strength over time. The aim is to see how long you can hold it closed using any part of your body before it pops open. Anemone and Cal are competing with you. Cal doesn't like that it's a competition, but he loves bot racing. Card games are getting harder, my friends. Ugh. I can fail, though. It's said that failing some challenges are okay. But give up doesn't feel like failing. Defeat. An enemy's brother, Calm. Gosh, so cute. Is the judge and awards bonus points for techniques as well as brute strength. You sit on the hydraulic bot and use your weight first, but it bobbles too much and eventually tosses you off. Oh, an enemy uses a strong leg hold technique that lasts 30 seconds longer than you do before the bot finally escapes her grip. Calm declares her the winner. She offers you her hand and pulls it back the last second before running away cackling. Maybe next year. What a little jerk. After the festivities are over, everyone takes off for a much needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, these days of rest are exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you trip over someone else. One of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey! They exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it to the ground. It's Sirius, one of an enemy's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grasps Sirius in a friendly headlock, ruffling his messy hair. Dude, you were so close. Cyrus? I think it's Cyrus. Cyrus stamps his feet. It's not fair. I almost got it that time. Solana got in my way. It's not her fault, Cal says. She didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I'll teach her how to play. Cal turns to you as Cyrus leaves. Sorry, Solana, he says. I was teaching Cyrus a new game, but he's more like an enemy than I thought. Real competitive, you know? He stoops to pick up the blindfold, brushing off the dirt. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball. No winners or losers, just want to have fun with my friends. Do you want to learn how to play? Let me check my schedule. Yeah. Cal's smile looks like it's gonna stretch right off his face. Radical, he shouts, jumping up and down. Okay, so first put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. You can feel Cal's big hands on your shoulders. I'm gonna spin you around, and when I let you go, you gotta listen to my instructions. We're gonna walk you all the way around the cafeteria, okay? You nod. You can see his grin. You can't see his grin, but you hear it in his voice. You gotta walk forward 10 steps. Take 10 steps straight forward, holding out your hands out for balance, the rocky dirt and the crunches under your feet. Turn your right and take 50 steps until you get to the door. You turn to the right and walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. You can hear his footsteps crunching behind you. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. How dare you, sir? You reach the metal door. Awesome, Cal says. You can't help but smile. This is fun. Now hit the button on the right and then walk straight forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. I'm getting deja vu. I've watched somebody play this part before, which is creepy with the fact that the main character gets deja vu. I don't like this. Real dirt is nothing. He's just big. He's like a baby jolly green giant. He is. It's turbo rocky here, Cal says, and you can feel the uneasiest prickle in the back of your arms. Just go forward slowly. You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against a sprawling root and you fall forward. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant. Are you okay? He asks. You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up, and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're fine. Cal helps you stand. I'm sorry, Solana. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to go get some Watabo juice in the cafeteria. You spend the afternoon brainstorming more games. Aww. He's so sweet. Uh-oh. Oh shit. You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. No, I wouldn't have wanted to do that. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. She looks concerned. Really? She asks, wringing her hands. Is he safe? Ugh. I can say probably not, or I'll keep him safe. I don't want him to be my responsibility. He's kind of a butthead, and I don't necessarily like being around him that much. However, it's the plus ultra option. It's not very plus ultra of me to tell her adults should probably stop him. But also there's no telling like if they can. Like what are they going to do? Plug up the drain and then what, he'll find another way out? Like I don't see how any of us as children can win. And I appreciate his honesty. Like he told me right away. So that to me means like he was my friend enough to be like, yeah, okay, I trust Solana. So I don't want to betray his trust either. Wow, this is really complicated. Like 10 years old, man. Like I couldn't have dealt with this kind of stuff. This is heavy. I'm not gonna promise to keep him safe. He's gonna die and she's gonna fucking blame me. She gives you a pained look of frustration. Thank you for being honest, I guess, she replies. 4D friendship test. Ugh. It looks so hot out here. Why am I so bad at doing all this stuff? Oh, I can finally deliver supplies now. I don't really want to. Gardening was fine. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Like, where is engineering? Because I don't have. Oh, need 5 reasoning. Okay. Very well. Tang is absent almost all of this month. Hal explains that Chief Engineer Instance has asked for Tang's help with a few experiments. Because you're judged on what you know, not what you prove, what you've learned in class, many students choose to skip class and instead get hands-on experience. That felt like a dig at me. Victorious. She wasn't even there and I still made friendship points with her. Amazing. I have recovered from Tammy's death, I think. I lied. I have not. Grief is strange. Oh, you found me. He's adjusting better than you'd expected to the life on the surface. He's already found a few places to hide. Oh man. I'm so sad I couldn't give Tammy the cotton candy. You've seen Dis use this drain pipe behind the garrison to sneak through the walls. There's a metal grate that comes off so you can call through. Do you want to go out there? We don't want to sneak out, do we? Just in time for the next gut punch, I'm sure. Yeah. Why am I so bad at reasoning? There's some sort of emergency in engineering that requires Hal's attention, so today class will be taught by the ship's artificial intelligence congruence. Good morning, congruence chirps. Today we are going to talk about the formation of the Fortuna group and our decision to leave Earth. Oh, God. You know how it started. Economic and environmental instability, coupled with a deeply entrenched hatreds and thrown into Earth into chaos. You know how it ended. In that chaos, your parents formed the Ventura Group with the plan to leave Earth. 20 years later, they and their starborn children, you, slid through a wormhole and ended up here. Congruence tells you of a hollow projection of an unassuming human with a firm maternal gaze. This is Platonic ascendance Wang Botha Schmidt, she says, the spiritual leader of the Ventura movement. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. The Ventura Project proved that their writing, though speculative, was far from fiction. She was a sci-fi author? Yes, Congruence tells you. Their best-selling novel, Life Beyond the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, told the story of a fictional utopia on the other side of real-life anomaly at the edge of the solar system. Scientists had been investigating the wormhole for years. It took a poet to imagine that we could travel through it. Wang Botha Schmidt's writing centered around the idea of humanity building a technological utopia on another world. Translated into human languages, this was a compelling hundreds of languages. This was a compelling idea to people at the time, so fans started connecting in Virch space. Far from just a book club, these people bonded over the mutual aid amidst the increasing unrest in their own countries. They are committed to Wang Botha Schmidt's idea of the future where everyone is treated equally and without prejudice. But they realized it couldn't be done online, Congruence tells you. Though committed to social justice, the group saw the impossibility of forming a truly egalitarian society while also reckoning with their own implicit biases and the diverse context of their real lives. They realized that this was the work of generations. Oh my gosh. Time for a nap. Earth history is so dull. It's so long, boring. Named social inequality thing was a bad time. There's no reason you need to know all of this. I guess Tangent's gonna be my new best friend. It's the early wet season, everyone. Oh, I got a log. Fine, I'll deliver. Oh my goodness. Chief Administrator Seek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. So, Lana, you've never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position of courier? You realize there was no. You didn't realize there was going to be a job interview. I can carry a lot. I'll work hard. Who cares? It's delivering stuff. Hmm. Seek replies, we'll see about that. I am like waffling on the loyalty here a lot. But lucky for you, you're only applicant this week, so you've got the job. For now, anyway. They use their elegant stylist to note you on their holopalm. Come back in a few minutes to help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it for you. Hey, Solana, Mars says, looking you up and down with a sneer. Your shoes are gross. That's what you get for walking around in the dirt out there. She sniffs. Not me. I'm sticking to the ship until they pave over that icky mud. I hate her. How do I come back in a few minutes to do the deliveries? Seek sends you all around the colony, delivering supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry or push with a little cart. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell important delivery coming through to people and actually get out of the way. Oh, God. You're having a terrifying familiar dream, a monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part wriggling and moving and searching for something. It tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it, looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris, searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water. It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside and a crack and a rumble. Thunder! It must be a thunderstorm. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're so unsettled to go back to sleep. The rain beats down on the roof in your quarters, joined now, and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Ooh, hide under the covers, run outside and play in the rain. No, there's lightning. Go to your parents for comfort. I want my bravery to be increased. Your dad is awake too, watching the rain from a large porthole in the kitchenette. He gives you a hug and you gaze out together. This is good, he says quietly. It means we'll have plenty of water for the crops. Pure, healthy water, just like on Earth. Everything's gonna be okay, my little potato. I don't like that he changes what he calls me. It feels like I've skipped a timeline almost. You hug your dad tight and hope he's alright. The early wet. Tangent is watching a construction crew build scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter foot long pole and stack into it. That's cool. She points toward them. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, it was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. We've been learning about adaptability in writing and biology class. The books say it sets us apart from the animals, like we don't need fur because we make warm clothes, and if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Tangent rolls her eyes when I say maybe the animals have knee adaptations. Maybe, but even if they can, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just this big, dumb xenofauna. Some animals are smart and friendly, I say. Tangent looks skeptical, but they're still animals, Solana. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. She folds her arms. Dorbsmith looked cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. I mean, she's right, but still. Together you watch as the foreman puts the blueprints through the scaffolding into the floating screen of her holopalm and raises the scaffolding to check her progress. I like to see an alien do that, she says primly. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Who else can bend reality to their will? Not some stupid alien, that's for sure. You sure, girl? She puts her finger to her chin. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. All of us are, really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from the great ape to the galactic superspecies. Well... Alright, let's play some sports ball. I'm paired with nougat in practice. Yay! I want to get to the end of this year tonight. I don't remember her being this tacky before. Like, she had this whole I'm super smart vibe, but she wasn't that much of an asshole about it. I think that all of the characters are going to have unlikable qualities. Like, I think that's what they're gearing up for, is that each character is going to be likable and unlikable in equal measure. Like, as soon as we like one of them. I think Tammy was probably the exception, but she's dead, so. She did have her creepy dolls. Oh gosh, you ask a question in class and are embarrassed when everybody laughs. Oh gosh. Ooh. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning you wake in the darkness to have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a hollow stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because like everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a boring month. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. The planet must be very close to it now. Out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing, iridescent blooms. And everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls, and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council warning everybody to stay safe inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back to the gates and closed for the month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone is waiting for something. The late wet. Oh, nope, this is the glow. Oh, I literally can't do anything. Oh, whoa. Now is not the time to sneak out. Dis is staring off into the wilderness outside the gate. It feels different. Don't know how, just different. You ask him what he means, but he shakes his head and stuffs his hands in his pockets. So Lana, your mom stops you as you walk by. What are you doing out of the quarters? It isn't safe out here. Doesn't seem very dangerous. She narrows her eyes. What you should be afraid of here is me if you don't do what I say. I knew it! I knew she was the bad parent. We don't know what is out there this time of year, so you and the other kids are going to keep your butts in the ship. You hear her mumble once you're out of earshot. Stars, it's beautiful. Anemone holds her stomach as you approach. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? I feel like I could eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Just how? She mimes shoving the whole mushroom into her mouth. Alright, fine. Resting in the lounge. The adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice, good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. I have to pick a memory to forget. Giggling or wondering? Have more blue cards, so I get more points using wondering, but I'd like to keep giggling as a memory, I think. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start. Well, what passes for day, it's still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait, they shouldn't be open. The alert blares out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you used for hull breaches and fires in the space. It meant you were supposed to go to the nearest emergency staff to put on a spacesuit. On Ventura, it means go to the assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point is the children's creche, but from the opposite direction you hear shouting and popping noises. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? Help, fight, or hide in the creche. I like doing what I'm told, but I don't think any of the other children will. Can we die? I think we can die. Let's do it. You try your best to be brave and fight back. First you dodge some helpful grown-ups who point you back to the creche, then you head outside to get your bearings. That was very stressful. can hear yelling from up the stairs of command and the commotion to the southeast at Geophonics where your parents are working. Oh my god, if I go to Geophonics, one of them might die to protect me. Your parents are defending the greenhouses from a pack of knee-high creatures which seem to have eyes growing all over their bodies. Their oily flesh ripples with a constant subtle motion as the individual eyes blink one at a time incessantly. You can't tell which end is which with these horrible things. Cal is standing nearby, wide-eyed. He slowly picks up a shovel and moves beside you. He reluctantly holds the shovel in front of himself like a weapon. "Easy, doggies. We don't want to hurt you," he whispers. "Get out of here, the both of you. Run." Your mom shouts, attracting the pack's attention, all except for one animal which moves straight towards you and Cal. Oh, look how mad Mom looks. You look into its too many eyes and see fear. This creature is scared of you. To Cal's amazement, you crouch down and try to look less threatening, to choose two eyes at random to look into to communicate with. You start to reach out a hand, but the creature is trembling, staring into its eyes. It's made it even more frightened than before. It pounces. "Defend yourself!" I don't think I'm going to make this. Super goal. Nice. I wonder if I can even get more than that if I move it around. Ah. Rainbows. Man, we're gonna fight these weird eyeball monsters. Why they're scared and attacking us, I don't know. But they don't. You killed it with nothing but a rake thrust deep into several of the creature's many eyes. The rest of the pack scampers off for the moment it falls. Facing an eye beast. You've never killed anything before. The body of the creature was so terrifying a minute ago it looks strangely small and harmless. All of its eyes have closed for good now. Cal crouches beside it in shock. "I told you to run, Solana." "Oh no," your mom looks furious that you put yourself in danger. She storms over and she thinks she's going to slap you. And then suddenly she pulls you into her arms and hugs you. Has our mother ever hit us? Like, has she ever actually slapped us? Like, is that really a fear we have? Like, I don't appreciate. She keeps rocking you and saying, my baby," over and over. Aw, we scared her. It's pretty surreal, almost as weird as the dog things with eyes, honestly. After 2 weeks of darkness with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime eventually returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Oh my god, I bet Dis did it. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile, other species where nobody had seen before. It was something that had driven them to assault the colony. Nobody was killed this time. We're in the early quiet again. Oh my gosh, we did it! Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use skills and friend buttons at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Where are the friend buttons? We've got Cow with a full heart. My friendship with Diz is still pretty high, which is crazy. But he's only at half a heart. Got empathy, reasoning. Okay. Well, I'm done and hooked. Uh, so thank you for recommending this game to me. I am obsessed. It got me in my feels multiple times. I cannot believe how beautiful it is. Um, I didn't think I would like streaming a game I'd have to read out loud, but I am not complaining. This is stellar. We will call this Solana 1. So it's 10:30. That entire vegetable scene made me really hungry, so I'm gonna go eat some toast and hopefully get some sleep. So this is really awesome. You just bought it. Yes, I'm so glad. God, I wish I could get like something like, hey, we're all the word of mouth, like loyalty, achievements or something. Like Max Flint should be able to get points for me buying it because he told me to buy it. You should get it. I love this game, so I came to see you streaming it. Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad you came by. Heart of Goldfish. I'm obsessed. I am in love. Like, I will definitely be streaming this on Mondays from now on. Like, I love Assassin's Creed, but I needed a break, and this was a beautiful palate cleanser. I'm so glad you could stop by. Everyone, seriously. Like, I'm gonna have to clip some of it. Maybe not the part where I, like, openly cried, but, like, some of the cuter parts of our friendships. Um, but thank you all so much, and I hope you all have a lovely Monday night, and I'll see you all soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah.